4:14. WTLB Most Music Time, and this is Jermaine Jackson. That's how love goes, honey. 59 degrees at the Big 13.
Girl, you walk around with your head up in the sky, yes you do now, 'cause you heard so well. There comes tears and one beat. Oh, that's how love goes. Well, there comes tears and one beat.
Schecter's has baggies. The new baggies with wide leg cuff pants in denim and dress fabrics. Great for the gals. Corduroy bells, wide wale, narrow wale, and no wale corduroy bells. And of course, Lee denim bells. Schecter's has a huge selection of sweaters, skinny ribs, and knit tops. Schecter's has baggies. Schecter's has bells. Schecter's has everything. Schecter's 243 Bleecker Street, downtown Utica.
Buy 2 new Firestone tires and get a free new steel wheel or free ice grip studs for both tires. And also we have that's Lester Chester over there, and he's been talking for hours about Firestone's election party in Utica and Herkimer. And he says he'll keep talking till 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Register for a free pair of Firestone Town & Country winter tires. There's free coffee and free gifts. I say, like the people tire people, your Firestone stores at 273 Genesee Street, Utica, and 208 West Albany Street of Herkimer. During their 30-hour election party today from 6 a.m. to midnight, and tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Check the OD for more savings.
WTLB. You wonder why I never had.
Do what you want to do. It's 5 flights up at 4:21. It's 59 degrees, and that is solid gold music.
Don't say it unless you mean it. Don't you do it unless you feel it. Don't you take it unless you want it. Gotta hold out for the real thing. Once you've seen it, there's no confusion. Once you've been there, there's no illusion. All around the world they reach the same conclusion, that it's better with the real thing. It's the real thing. The sun in the back of your mind. The words I love in the fire. There's no substitution for what really is true. There's nothing like the real thing. Coca-Cola, it's the real thing. Coke it's the real thing. Coca-Cola.
The fortune for one of the real things.
At 4:22, Andy Young with a reminder to shop Stars quality discount department stores and enjoy one-stop shopping and bigger discounts on everything for winter. And for the family, home, and car, save more on warm winter outerwear, the latest fashions in dress-up and casual wear for the whole family, automotive needs for carefree winter driving, sporting goods, toys, footwear, health and beauty aids, housewares, hardware, cameras, electronics, and appliances. In fact, Stars has everything for better living for less. Stars, Champlain Avenue and Town East Mall, Utica, and Black River Boulevard in Rome. All stores open daily, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Colorless and odorless. Exhaust fumes from a worn-out muffler can and do kill. Don't gamble with your family's life. Have your neighborhood service station check your exhaust system today. If you need a new muffler, demand a quality Walker muffler. The most efficient muffler you can buy. Takes only a few minutes to install. Walker mufflers are distributed by Genuine Auto in Utica, Richfield Springs, Boonville, Barneville, Lowville, Yorkville, and Clinton. Don't say you can't find it till you've tried Genuine.
Here is President and General Manager Paul Dunn with a WTLB editorial.
WTLB believes that Nicholas Calogero is the man who should represent the voters of the 116th Assembly District in Albany. This race is one in which 2 newcomers are vying, but we believe Mr. Calogero has waged the type of campaign that merits your support. He has been positive in his approach, and we think has the necessary skills to carry the job off effectively. Mr. Calogero certainly has the background for coping with the complex financial problems with which he will be faced. Mr. Zamorsky, the Democrat, is certainly no novice to politics and has proved himself able in the field. On the whole, however, we feel Mr. Calogero has proved to be the more aggressive of the two and exhibited to us that he can do the job and do it well. This area needs the kind of forceful representation we believe Nick Calogero will give.
You have just heard a WTLB editorial. We welcome your comments. Send them to Paul Dunn, WTLB Radio, Utica, New York.
WTLB weather.
It'll be fair tonight, a low about 40. Tomorrow cloudy with some showers. Saturday's high 65. We're going to airport weather clear. Operation is normal. It's 59 degrees. And you know, hiring a disabled veteran is good business. For more information, call 797-5510. This is Chicago. Dialogue Parts 1 and 2. 425 at WTLB.
Are you optimistic about the way that things are going? No, I never ever think of it at all. Don't you ever worry when you see what's going down. Well, I'm proud of my business, that is no business at all. When it's time to function as a feeling human being, with your bachelor of arts help you get by. I hope to study further, a few more years or so. I also hope to keep a steady high. Ooh, yeah. We'll try to make it happen. We can make it happen. Yeah, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. WTLB, Utica.
It's 4:30. Time now for Ed Ingles on Sports. Brought to you by Pelosi's Car World, your Saab Fiat dealer, Route 49 in Marcy. See all the Saabs at Pelosi's Car World.
I don't know how many major leaguers stopped and paused for a moment on Friday while they went about the business of burying Jackie Robinson.
Paid for by the committee to elect Democrats.
If you've never borrowed money before, maybe you think all lending companies are alike.
At Household Finance, you can borrow up to $1,400 and choose from a wide variety of repayment plans. Visit the HFC office in Utica, located at 57 Franklin Square, opposite the Boston store.
WTLB weather.
Fair tonight, a low about 40. Tomorrow clouding up with some showers in the afternoon. A high about 65. Airport weather clear. Operations normal. It is 59 degrees at 4:43 with Rick Nelson.
I went to a garden party. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself.
Rick Nelson with a garden party at 4:47 at WTLB.
Lafayette Radio Electronics is the world leader in 4-channel stereo sound. And Lafayette Radio in Utica has just added a new name to their many fine stereo products. Winthrop, stereo designed for the sound of tomorrow. Stop in and let them show you how stereo should sound. Lafayette Radio has also just received over 2,000 pre-recorded 8-track tapes. Still just $279 each. The best sound in stereo at discount prices. Lafayette Radio, 1415 Oriskany Street West in Utica.
Hi, I'm Ellen Peck, and I wrote the book How to Get a Teenage Boy and What to Do with Him When You Get Him.
Well, what if you want to get a teenage girl? I know this girl.
Mm-hmm.
I see her every day in the halls and in the classroom, but I never know what to say to her.
Well, after class, it should be easy enough to talk about whatever went on during class.
Oh, yeah, right. Or ask her about an assignment.
Sure, maybe even line up a study date for that night.
Well, getting that close, though, my blemishes bother me.
Oh, if blemishes are a problem, Clearasil can help.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Clearasil is medicine, concentrated blemish medicine. The most serious kind of blemish medicine you can get without a prescription.
Fantastic.
Clearasil puts concentrated medicine right on acne blemishes to help dry up and heal them. Drinks up excess skin oil, too.
Wow, you know, a study date sounds pretty good.
Clearasil, the most serious kind of blemish medicine you can get without a prescription. Try Clearasil Vanishing Formula that works invisibly, or Clearasil Regular Tinted that hides blemishes while it works. Clearasil.
Back by popular demand, your Firestone stores in Utica and Herkimer holding their 30-hour election party today from 6 a.m. to midnight and tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Vote for savings. Here's some great Firestone specials. Buy 2 new Firestone tires and get 2 wheels balanced free, or 2 gallons of permanent antifreeze free with the same purchase. With Firestone's revolving charge, you pay nothing till January. 30 hours of election party specials at your Firestone stores, 273 Genesee Street, Utica, and 208 West Albany Street, Herkimer. Check the OD for more specials. All good till 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
Gotta find my corner of the sky. The 5 Jacksons. 5, make that 452. And the Young on a Friday afternoon. It's 59 WTLB degrees.
Honest, hard-working man, put a real honest beer in his hand. A natural brew with nothing to hide, made with 3 generations of beer brewing pride. You gotta be honest, beer drinking man with a UC beer in his hand. You know a real honest beer drinker wants a real honest beer. That's why we make Utica Club. There's nothing phony about Utica Club. It's a real honest beer.
We put only the finest natural ingredients in UC, and a real beer drinker can taste the difference. Utica Club, there's nothing phony about it.
It's a real honest beer.
Jerry Zamorsky talks about the Utica area. Jerry Zamorsky. He wants you to be proud of where you live.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect Democrats.
The happy motorists were happy motoring across the land. Their bellies full, their breath sweet, a tiger in their tank. They saw the happy farmer.
Hello, happy farmer. Hello there, happy motorist.
They saw the happy farm animals.
Hello. Moo, oink.
They saw a need for gas, oil, and amenities.
We sure could use some amenities.
They saw a gas station displaying the happy motoring sign like back home.
Look.
But alas, it wasn't called Esso like back home. Why not, they asked?
Why not?
Their why nots were heard by those who serve the happy motorists nationwide, who, in turn, got their heads together.
I think it would be nice if our stations across the land changed to one name. How about Exxon? Exxon, of course. Then happy motorists will have just one name, easily recognizable as they go happy motoring across the land.
Here it is. Excellent.
Now it's clear to the happy motorist. We're changing our name, but not our stripes or our tiger, and thereby hangs our tail.
It's 5 p.m. This is Brian Whittemore, WTLB Utica. The news is brought to you by your Firestone stores, Genesee Street, Utica, and West Albany Street, Herkimer, and by Stormproof, your home insulation specialist, also located in Utica and Herkimer. First of all, the news from Vietnam today. North Vietnam says peace is at the tip of a pen. But just when that pen will touch the end the war document still is very much in doubt today. Hanoi announced yesterday, of course, that a peace agreement had been reached. 12 hours later, as you know, Henry Kissinger spoke for the United States. He basically confirmed the agreement, but said that another meeting, lasting perhaps 3 or 4 days, was needed to refine some of the sections. Today, the North Vietnamese delegation to the Paris talks said it is ready to meet again with White House advisor Kissinger next Tuesday in Paris. That's the day Hanoi says the treaty was originally scheduled to be signed. And today, Hanoi demanded again that the treaty be signed on that day, but the White House had no comment. Kissinger said yesterday that peace is at hand, but indicated it might be weeks, perhaps somewhat less, in coming. North Vietnamese delegation spokesman Nguyen Thanh Le in Paris said today, we quote, peace is at the tip of a pen, but he did not make it clear whether Hanoi is ready to negotiate parts of the treaty. Le indicated there is nothing to renegotiate when he said, and we quote again now, President Nixon himself approved the text of the treaty as having been completed on October 20th in a message to our Prime Minister. But the North Vietnamese spokesman's remarks left open the possibility of a new get-together with Kissinger, if only to clarify misunderstandings between the two sides. Lay again demanded that President Nixon override any objections from South Vietnamese President Thieu. For his part, and he may well be the key part, Thieu was also talking about treaty signing today. Thieu said there will be no ceasefire in Vietnam until he signs the treaty himself. And this appears to be one of the things to be ironed out between Kissinger and North Vietnam, whether or not Thieu does sign. Thieu also countered the Hanoi-Washington peace plan with a plan of his own. He wants an internationally supervised referendum to decide the makeup of a new Saigon government. And that's where the situation stands now. We'll have some good local economic news for the area in a moment.
Don't let the cash stand in your way if you need winter tires. At your Firestone stores in Utica and Herkimer, you can get Firestone 78 Series Town and Country snow tires and pay nothing, absolutely nothing, till January with a Firestone revolving charge account. And there's no interest or handling charges when you pay in full for your Firestone winter tires on your January due date at your Firestone stores, 273 Genesee Street, Utica, and 208 West Albany Street, Herkimer. Get your Firestone Town and Country tires now at the everyday low discount price and pay nothing till next January.
WTLB News time is 4 minutes past 5. Lieutenant Governor Malcolm Wilson came to Utica today to campaign for local Republican candidates, but found himself upstaged by one of those candidates, Senator James Donovan. Wilson was in the midst of an explanation at a news conference as to why Utica residents have not seen the Burstone Bridge arterial project become a reality. It's been stalled for some time. When Senator Donovan stood up and asked to interrupt the lieutenant governor. He did, and announced that he has just received a news release from Governor Rockefeller, and he handed the release to Wilson, who was asked to read it. Here's the way it sounded at the news conference this morning as a curious group of people listened to what Malcolm Wilson read.
Contractor's bids for construction of the Burstone Road arterial for 9/10 of a mile and related road work totaling 2.5 million miles will be opened on December 7th. Governor Rockefeller said today.
The rest of the news release, read by Lieutenant Governor Wilson, said that the bids would be opened December 7th on the local project. And Senator Donovan told WTLB News a short time later.
They'll advertise for bids immediately, and the bids will be returnable to Albany Department of Transportation on December 7th. And they'll, at that time, make a determination as to who's the lowest responsible bidder, and then the contract will be awarded. The department doesn't give out estimates anymore of the cost of these projects, but a little calculation would indicate that with the cost of acquiring the right-of-way, relocating the people, and the tearing down the old bridge and reconstructing the new bridge, we're talking about a project of about $10 million.
Donovan said the project is now a reality, not a promise, and he told us that he expects construction on the Burstone project to begin sometime this winter and be finished in about 2 years. When it is done, it will connect with the Parkway Topics project, which is now under construction. Meanwhile, the lieutenant governor held his news conference, as we said. He held it at the new Oneida County GOP headquarters in Utica. Wilson spent the first 10 minutes or so telling of his close relationship with Oneida County. Although he's a resident of Yonkers, Wilson said that both his father and his mother were born in Oneida County. Then he made this revelation about an outgoing assemblyman from Utica.
Now, to our great regret, John Buckley, in whom I have a personal interest, not because because he's a high-class lawyer and a fine legislator, but also a cousin of mine. John decided to seek another office and did not succeed. And to his great credit, he is enthusiastically supporting the victor in that primary election, namely Don Mitchell.
For his own part, Lieutenant Governor Wilson gave his endorsement to Mitchell and all the GOP local candidates and did some stumping for the re-election of President Nixon. A new industry opened its doors in Oneida County this morning. A. Lasapanera and Sons Incorporated has just completed construction of a new facility at the County Airport Industrial Park. The company manufactures cheese products and has its headquarters in Goshen, New York. The company plans to employ 60 persons at the new plant in its first 6 months of operation. And Utica's Boston store is completing work on the new addition to its 3-story parking garage. The third floor will be adding 140 parking spaces for shoppers. It is set to be dedicated and opened next Friday. Mayor Caruso told WTLB News today that talks are continuing on the proposed Hilton Hotel project for Utica. City officials met with B&J Facilities, the company which wants to build the Hilton, and Dorman Associates, the company which may finance B&J today, and Caruso said the parties will meet again on Monday. Presumably, those meetings are taking place in New York. Dorman is also the tentative developer of the adjacent Project 1 extension in downtown Utica and wants to provide B&J the financing it needs if certain requirements are met. Mayor Caruso also told us today that he has given B&J a new deadline for completing its arrangements. He said that he must know one way or another from the proposed Hilton builder by midnight, November 7th.